Ampersand, colon.
ampersand.
What is the purpose of dollar symbol when we use the dollar symbol?
For character data.
Character data.
Read the character data. And when we use ampersand symbol,
Which has
At least
when there is double embedded space.
no. When the data value contains embedded spaces and the data is in non-aligned manner, but that value and the next value, if it is separating by two consecutive spaces, we can use ampersand.
ampersand.
So the advantage with ampersand is you can read the data with embedded spaces, non-aligned data. Okay, but the requirement is the value which contains embedded space and the next value should be separated by two consecutive
spaces.
And then after that we have seen colon symbol. What is the use of colon symbol?
The characteristic, the data is more than 8 characters.
Without any embedded space.
Yeah.
It reads the data from starting until it reaches single space or the that we specified
We specified
or
end of the
record,
end of call.
whichever comes first. So the difference between ampersand and colon is
Ampersand.
Contains
or whichever comes first. And then we have seen plus symbol. What is the use of plus symbol?
keep n number of column.
Very good. If you want to skip n number of columns, we use the plus symbol. So this is what we have seen in the last class. Now this is my data. I want to create a data set. Now I'm writing data set name ds1. Do we require infile statement?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Infile data lines, and then I'm writing the input ID, name dollar symbol, sex dollar symbol, age, salary semicolon. Then I'm writing the data lines. What should I do?
The data like DLM equal to
DLM is equals to
So you want to make DLM?
No, sir. DSD is enough.
Why should I write the DSD? Why not DLM?
Double quotation.
double quotation is also
remove
Yes.
Only common user can read this double quotes also with DSD. Sir.
Double quotation.
If any special character, we can use DLN.
Yes. DSD can remove the commas and it can also remove single and double quotation. So DLM cannot do that. So we should use DSD. Now if I use the DSD, I will get the data without, it will read the data and it will get the name values without quotation because DSD can remove those quotations. But now tell me, if I use instead of DSD, if I write the DLM is equal to, within the quotations comma, tell me what will happen.
And
We'll get double quotes in the data set.
You will get the data, but the name value will have quotations. It will read the data, but the name value will have the quotation because the DLM cannot remove those quotations. So we should use DSD. Now I'm using DSD. If I use DSD, it will read comma as a delimiter, and at the same time, it also removes the quotations. But I want to have those quotations as it is in the data set, in the data. I want to have quotations. If you want to have quotations, what we should do?
We can use DLM.
We should use a DLM. But I want to use only DSD, but I want to have these quotations also. These quotations also as part of the data. I want to have with data. I want to have those quotations, but I want to use only DSD. Now, in such scenario, what I'm going to do? Which variable contains the quotations? Which variable value contains the quotations?
Name.
In the input statement, for the name variable, Before the dollar symbol, I will specify title symbol. What is this title symbol will do? This title symbol will treat commas, special characters, quotations as part of the data. So the title symbol will treat special characters also, like comma, single or double quotations, as part of the data. So now what is the data for the name? This is also data. So quotations also going to become data. So title symbol will treat in that way. So to do that one, I specify the title symbol. I'm using a DSD option, executing the program. Now can you see we have those quotations as it is in the data. Sometimes we need to have those quotations intact. In such scenarios, we are going to use title symbol. And remember one thing, if you want to use the title symbol in the input statement, in the infile statement, you should have DSD option. So title symbol will stop the action of a DSD of remove quotations, and the title symbol will treat single and double quotations as part of the data. Why we should treat this as part of the data? Quotations. Now I'll take one more example so that you'll get an idea. Say for example, now this is my data. I want to create a data set. Okay, I want to have a name, score 1, score 2, score 3. You know, this red races Washington, entire thing I want to have it as a name, team. And this one I want to have it as a division. Okay, this red races Washington or blue bunnies Richmond or green gazelles Atlanta, I want to have entire thing as one value. So I want to create data set. I'm writing data demo. In while, since we have in stream data lines, and then I'm writing the input, I want to have name character variable dollar symbol. Then I want to have a score 1. I told you if you are creating a series of variables, you no need to write all the variables. Simply write score 1 to score 3. And then I want to have a team variable, dollar symbol. Then I want to have a division character variable, dollar symbol, semicolon. Then I'm writing the data lines. Finally, I'm writing run statement. Now, since we have a comma as a delimiter, what is the option should write in the infile statement? I'm writing DSD. But you know that if you write the DSD, what will happen? It will treat comma as a special. It will remove the quotations, isn't it? It will remove the quotations. If this comma removed, then this comma, if this quotations has been removed, this comma will be get exposed. Now the DSD will think this is also delimiter. Now red races will become one value, Washington will become another value. Because we have a comma, DSD will think comma as a delimiter, isn't it? But I want to have this entire thing as only one value. I do not want to separate it. If you want to do in that way, now in the input statement, team, dollar symbol, before the dollar symbol, I will specify the title symbol. But here we have more than 8 characters. I think we have around 25 characters or something. Now I'm going to specify $25. Now what this title symbol will do now? This title symbol will treat this comma and these quotations are also part of the data. It will not think it is a delimiter. It will treat it as a part of the data. That is also the data. Now, since I specify the title symbol and $25, if I select the program, execute the program, I am going to have a demo data set. Now, can you see we have red races Washington, blue bunnies Richmond, and green gazelles Atlanta is coming as one value, and we got data successfully into demo data set. Understand this one? But if you want to use the title symbol in the input statement, in the infile statement, you should have the DSD option. Then only we can use it. Understand this one, everybody?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
So title symbol will allow any special characters.
Any special character is part of the data. If you have an asterisk symbol or a comma, whatever that value it might be, It will take.
Spaces
It will
also.
take. It will take as a data. Yes. Space also.
So in these scenarios, we should have the data only
Yes.
separated by commas. Only comma special character should be used because
Yes.
DSD
You
can't
should not use
read,
any other because it is other special characters. It reads only comma.
Okay. So if the data consists of other special characters, then
We should use other methods like either column input method. Data should be in a different aligned manner or something.
okay, this symbol should be used with DSD when the data consists of
Comma.
Okay.
Now I want to create data set. I am writing data. Weight club. Do we require infile statement? I hope we do not require infile statement. Input. I want to have ID number, name $symbol, team $symbol, start weight, and then end weight, semicolon, then bring the data. Am I going to get the data? Renuka? Am I going to get the data? Do we have any complications or am I going to get the data?
We don't get the data, sir.
Where we have the embedded space?
Somewhere
Here?
else.
Where we have
We'll
embedded
get the
space?
data.
We get the data, sir.
The data.
It is in aligned manner, so we will get the data.
Very good. We will get the data because we do not have any embedded spaces, and this that is very plain. We have one word names, and the names are less than 8 characters. Not a problem at all. You can definitely get the data. And you know that 1023 will go to ID number. After the space, David will go to name, and after that, red will go to team, and after that, 189 will go to start weight, and 165 will go to end weight. No problem at all, because in the input statement we have 5 variables. In each and every line we have 5 values. These 5 values will go to 5 variables, and each one will be one observation. Now, if I execute the program, yes, we are going to have weight club data set. Now, this is my data. Now, if I execute this program, am I going to get the data or not?
Yes, sir, we will get the data.
We'll get it,
yes,
sir.
yes,
Very good. 1023 will go to ID number. David will go to name. Do we have a team value here?
No.
Now, what it will do?
It will jump to the next.
It will jump
No, by
because
default,
in the infile statement, after the data line, so by default, we are going to have an option called float. Okay, this is the default. That's why I told you whenever there is no value for any variable, automatically it will jump into the next line to get the data. So that's why we get the data. Now, if I execute the program, yes, we are going to have a weight club data set. Can you see we have the data? Now, this is my data. This is my data. Now, what will happen if I execute this program? Am I going to get the data?
No, sir.
no, sir.
will not get it properly.
Embedded spaces.
Embedded
Spaces, sir.
name variable.
Very good. We have an embedded space. So SAS cannot understand. You will not get the data properly, right? See, whatever you say is true. 1023 will go to ID number. That is fine. Now it will start here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. David will go to which variable? Name. 1, 2, 3, 4. Shah will go to which variable? Team variable. And after the space, red will go to which variable?
Start.
But it will not read it because it will not read it because start weight is a numerical variable. You cannot understand the data. Now after that, 189 will go to which variable? And weight. 165 will be ignored. Okay, that's why if I execute the program, we will not get the data properly. What is the problem with that? data, the data contains embedded spaces, and each observation is coming in multiple lines. Okay, we have embedded space and the data is in multiple lines. One observation is in three lines, so we will not get the data. Okay, now what we should do when we have a data like this one? I want to read this data properly. That's why in the input statement, after the ID number, I'm writing 1-4, name dollar symbol, I'm writing 6-. What is this method, by the way?
Column input.
Column input method. Now tell me, if I want to read the team, what should I do? Now team, I'm writing, if I keep my cursor here, where column number 1, if I keep my cursor here, column number 6, I'm writing team dollar number 1-6. And for start weight, I'm writing, say, for example, 1-3.
Data should be in aligned manner for column input.
Aligned manner, but unfortunately, we I don't have any other choice, so I'm trying to use a column input method. But if you want to read end weight properly, what is the starting column? 5. And what is that ending column we should have?
8.
7. 7. Writing 5-7. See, if I keep my cursor here, what is the column number we are getting? Can you see down here?
7.
7. So 5-7. Am I going to get the data if I execute this program?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Why?
Line number is different. Line number is different, sir.
We have limitations for using column list method.
The problem with this method is here. For ID number, I specified 1-4. Again, for the team, can you see what is the column number I have given?
1-6.
1-6. And again, for start weight, what is the column numbers I have given?
1 to 3.
There is an ambiguity. Which one 1-4 should go to ID number, which 1-6 should go to team, and which 1-3 should go to start weight? Isn't it? There is an ambiguity. There is a confusion. I cannot understand. So, since we have embedded spaces, I try to use the column input method. But when I use a column input method, I thought this 1-4 should go to ID number, this 1-6 should go to team, or this 1-6 should go to team, and 1-6 should go to team, 1-3 should go to start weight, and 5-7 should go to end weight. My intention is, you should read ID number and name from the first line. You should read the team from the second line, start weight and end weight from the third line. So with that intention, I have given the column numbers like this one, but some not understanding that way. Now what we should do? Now we are going to use a method called multiple input statements. Or multiple input statements. Now how we are going to add these multiple input statements? Now, can you say, if you think this is a one observation, in these 3 records, in the first line, what variable data that we have? ID number and name.
ID number, name.
In the second line, what variable data that we have?
Team.
In the third line, we have start weight and end weight. So what I'm going to do, input, I'm writing ID number 1-4, name $6-20 as one line, one statement, semicolon. Then I'm writing one more input statement. In the second input statement, I'm writing only team $1-6, semicolon. Now start weight and end weight, I'm writing one more input statement. So that means, since we have each record, each observation in 3 lines, for each line, I'm writing one input statement. Okay. Now SAS can understand. So you should go to first line and you should read the ID number and name. Should go to the second line, should read the team, and it will go to the third line to read the start weight and then end weight. Again, ID number and name, team, start weight and end weight. Now, if I select the program and execute the program, now I will do one thing. I will create a weight club 1. If I select the program and execute the program, yes, we are going to have a weight club 1 data set. Can you see, do we have the data now? Yes, we have the data. So when the observation, each observation is coming in multiple lines, if we have embedded spaces, now what is the best method we can use now? We can use multiple input statements. For each record, For each line, we will write one input statement. Understand this one?
Yes, sir.
This is called multiple input statements. Clear, everybody?
Sir,
Yes.
can we write the input statement side by side instead of writing line by line? Do we get
Yes,
the
we
data?
can write, but you should get a we should have a semicolon. That's it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
But
Okay.
everything should be separate statement. We know that, right? We can write multiple statements in one line.
Yes.
Now again, this is my data. What is the problem with this data? Each observation is coming in multiple lines, and we have embedded space in the name. If we have data like this, just now, what was the method we used? But when we have a data like this one, we can also use another method. We can use another method. Now, this time I'm using that data. I want to have the weight equal to, I'm writing weight equal to, then I'm going to specify input statement. I want to have ID number. So 1-4, name dollar symbol, I'm writing $6-20. And then I'm writing, then I want to have a team dollar symbol 1-6. Then I want to have a start weight 1-3, and then end weight. Remember what was that column number? 5-7. Am I going to get the data? No. Again, there is a confusion. SAS cannot understand. Which 1-4 should go to ID number, which 1-6 should go to team, which 1-3 should go to start weight. It cannot understand, so you will not get the data properly. But if you want to read this data successfully, just a few minutes back, we have seen we can use a multiple input statement. But I do not want to use that one. Now, what I'm going to do, I'm going to use a new symbol called as symbol. We can use as symbol. So what this as symbol will do? As symbol will tell you need to jump into which column. Or can you tell me if you think this is one observation? In the first line, which variable values that we have?
ID number and name.
Name. In the second line, we have a team value. In the third line, we have a start weight and end weight. Now, so in the input statement, before the ID number, I will specify as symbol 1. That means I'm telling, go to first line, get the ID number, and then name. Now, before the team, as symbol, I will specify 2. That means go to the second line to get the team. And before the start weight, I will specify the as symbol and 3. That means I'm telling, go to the third line, get the start weight and end weight. So what the as symbol will do? As symbol will tell you to jump into which line. So it will go to the first line to get the ID number and name. Then it will go to the second line to get the team value. And it will go to the third line to get the start weight and then the end weight. Now see, if I select the program, execute it, I am going to have weight equal to. So can you see? We got the data.
So,
yes.
If suppose the data is it is vague, and in that at that time, how we could how many times we should write hashtag?
Depends upon how many lines that we have.
If the data is in vague, I mean to say that, if the data
so that
is
means it's irregular, not even. Sometimes we have in 2 lines, sometimes we have in 3 lines, like that, right?
Yeah.
But if you have embedded spaces in that scenario, we can't help it. But if you have a data, multiple observations, like if you have multiple lines, and one line you have multiple observations, we are going to use the next method called single trailing, double trailing. I will tell you how to use that one later. Okay?
Yeah.
Sorry. The advantage with as symbol is, I'm writing the same program again. So now, this time in the input statement, what I'm going to do, I'm going to specify this one first. I'm going to cut this one and I'm going to write first. What is going to happen now? First, it will go to second line and it will get which value now?
Team.
Then it will go to first line and it will get ID number and name. and then it will go to third line. It will get start weight and end weight. So now tell me what the variable order that you'll get in the new data set weight club 3 now. First,
Team
you'll get the
ID.
team variable, then ID
Team.
number and name, then start weight and end weight. So for example, now if I have taken this one, start weight and end weight, if I keep it first, okay, now what is going to happen now? First, you will go to third line, it will get the start weight and end weight. Then you will go to the second line to get the team, and then you will go to the first line to get ID number, and then the name. Understand this one?
Sir,
Yes.
but here we have multiple lines now, sir. How does it going to assume that this is first line, this is second line, this is third line, like that?
Since we have given 3, it can understand that each observation is coming in 3 lines.
Okay, sir. If we write 4 means it will jump to the next
Yes.
line and read
Next
the
line.
data.
Yes.
Okay, sir.
Now, I'm taking the same data again. So that means each observation is coming in multiple lines, and we have embedded spaces in the name value. I want to create data set. Now, if you have a data like this one, how many methods we can use so far? We can use 2 methods. Either we can write the multiple input statement, or we can use as symbol. I do not want to use any of those. So I want to use a new method. I am writing data, weight club 3, or weight club 4. I am writing input. I want to have ID number 1-4, then the name $symbol 6-20. Then I want to have a team $symbol 1-6. Then I want to have a start weight 1-3, and then I want to have end weight 5-7. Again, if I use the program, I will not get the data because there is an ambiguity in the confusion. SAS cannot understand that one. If you want, you can use a multiple input statement. I do not want to use it. If you want, you can use hash symbol. Even that also I do not want to use it. Now we can use one more special character called /. How we can use this /? What it will /? Can do? Now again, just imagine one observation is coming in 3 lines. Now in the first line, we have ID number and name. Then I should tell the SAS system to the next line to get the team. How should I tell, after ID number 1-4, name $symbol 6-20, I'm going to keep /. What this // will tell? It will tell you jump into the next line. Now it will jump into the next line and it will get the team. After the team, again, what should I do? I'll specify one more /. Again, it will tell jump into the next line and get the start weight and end weight. So to jump into the next line, what is the special modifier we are using now? We are using hash symbol. Now, what is the difference between, /? What is the difference between hash and /? Hash symbol, it can jump into a number of lines. And it can jump into forward, or it can also jump into backward. But what // will do? // will always jump into the next line. Understand this one? Now say, if I select the program, execute the program, yes, we are going to have weight club 4. But can you see, we have the data. So as symbol can go forward and it can go backward also, but // always jumps into the next line. Clear, everybody?
Sir, in general, we use this for symbols before this $symbol. Here we used after number.
Yes, because we need to jump into the next line. So after that, I want to jump in the next line. That's why we use after that variable name.
So this
After
is the
the
difference from other symbols.
Yes.
Okay.
Even though we have any missing value, the data gets corrected.
Yes.
Okay.
Because we specified the column numbers, no? If you have a data, it will take the data. Otherwise, it won't take the data.
Sir, what is the current symbol before $symbol mentioned? Sir, we can mention it $symbol also.
Only // symbol we need to write after that the length.
After that variables. I'm asking about title symbol, sir.
Title symbol. If you want, if you have any, say for example, if you have data like this one,
Yes, sir.
okay. If you want to consider that also as a part of the data,
Yeah.
You can use title symbol. But here we do not require, because specifically I mentioned 6-20. Whatever
Yes,
the data that we have between 6-20, you will get it.
Yes, sir. But title symbol should be you mentioned before the dollar symbol. Can we mention title symbol after the dollar symbol?
No. You should write only before dollar symbol. That one.
Okay.
The title symbol, you should write always, or ampersand symbol, colon symbol. All those three symbols we should write before the dollar symbol.
It also applicable for numerical data also, no, sir? Title symbol.
Title symbol. If you keep this within the quotations, that is going to become character data. I will tell you later.
Okay.
If you write anything within the quotations, no, it will
Sir.
become a character data.
So title symbol will be applicable only on character data.
Character data.
Okay, sir.
Sir,
Yes.
sir, in input at 620 దగ్గర మీరు ఫార్వర్డ్ స్లాష్ పెట్టారు సార్ బిసైడ్.
Yes.
అక్కడ గ్యాప్ స్పేస్ ఏమి ఇవ్వలేదు సార్. బట్ నెక్స్ట్ టైం టీమ్ తర్వాత వచ్చిన తర్వాత స్పేస్ ఇచ్చారు.
Space is not mandatory. If you want, you can give it other without space also, it will execute.
ఓకే సార్.
సార్
Yes.
ఇప్పుడు యాజ్ సింబల్ స్టార్ట్ వెయిట్ కి ఎండ్ వెయిట్ కి మీరు కామన్ గానే ఇచ్చేసారు కదా సార్. అంటే ఇప్పుడు స్టార్ట్ వెయిట్
these two values are in one line, no?
ఓకే సార్. ఓకే సార్.
What if the observations are in 3 lines and the observations are in 2 lines?
Come again, I didn't get it. 3 observations in?
Few observations are in 2 lines and few observations are 3 lines irregularly. So,
Observations or values?
yeah, the first row is in 3 lines, right? So if the second line is in the four rows, so like that irregularity is there means.
If you have titles, if you have embedded spaces and irregular in that way, you cannot get the data. We should read into different variables. That. Now tell me, if we have a data like this one, how many methods we can use now?
3
methods.
What are the 3
forward slash.
Very good. With that, we have completed modify list input method. In the modify list input method, we have seen dollar symbol, we have seen ampersand symbol, we have seen colon symbol, we have seen plus modifier, we have seen title symbol, and then we have seen hash symbol, and we have seen forward slash symbol, and we have seen multiple input statements.
Hash symbol we have to use before the variable name.
Yes, before the variable, you should tell from which column you should read, from which cell you should read.
So this forward slash and these are the two differences from other modifiers.
The difference between hash and forward slash is hash will jump into any number of lines, or it can go forward and can go backward also. But hash symbol always go to the next line.
Okay.
Sir, can you spell the title symbol, sir?
Title symbol?
Can you spell the title symbol, sir?
TILD.
Title. Some people also call it like you can call it this one also.
Okay.
It is going to be above the tab keyword. Tab key. Okay, left side to the number 1.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, after that advanced modified method, the next method that we have a formatted input method. what is format input method, when we can use this method. Now, this is my data. Remember, if you have a data like this one, what method we can use?
Column input.
Column input method.
Only column input method. Remember, in the last class, we also seen
second method of simple input method.
Second method of simple list input method, isn't it?
Yes.
You can use any of those two methods. But now I do not want to use any of those methods. So now I want to use a new method now. Okay, and that is called format input method. Format input method better than those two methods. So how to use that formatted input method? Data, I want to have it as a variable of 1. I'm writing input statement. In the input statement, I am writing variable names ID number, name character variable $symbol, then the team character variable $symbol, then I'm writing the start weight, then I'm writing the end weight semicolon, then I'm writing the data lines. Okay. Now, am I going to get the data into this program? No, because we have a name embedded space. But you know how to use a column input method or second method of simple list input method. I do not want to use any of those. In the format input method, I will define the later. In format input method, before each and every variable, in the input statement, you should write @ symbol. After @ symbol, you need to tell from which column you want to read the data. Say, for example, if you want to read ID number values, from which column we should start reading the data. If I keep my cursor here, now can you tell me at which column the ID numbers are starting?
First column.
First column. Now we should write @1. So that means from the first column, I want to read the data into ID number. Now after the variable name, tell me how many columns we should read into ID number? 1,
4,
2, 3, 4. Now after the variable name, give to one space, then we should write 4 dot. Okay, this is called formatted input method. So @ symbol, now the starting column, then the variable name, then the width, how much width you want to read into that variable. Okay, now before the name, again you should write the @ symbol. Now, can you tell me what is the starting column for the name? If I keep my cursor here,
6th column.
6. Now I'm going to specify @6. So that means from the 6th column, I want to read the data into name variable. Now tell me name character variable $symbol, and after that, how many columns I should write? How many columns I want to read into the name?
21.
I think it is 15. No, you should not write that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So from the 6th column, the next 15 columns, I want to give it to name. So name, since character variable $symbol, you should write 15 dot. So that means from the 6th column, the next 15 columns I want to give it to name. Now go to the team. If I keep my cursor here, the starting column is 25. Now before the team, what should I know? @ symbol 25. Now team $symbol, then what I should write now?
6.
6 dot. Very good. Now that means I want to give 6 columns to team. Now of the start weight and symbol, if I keep my cursor here, we have a 32. Now we should add 32. Now start weight. After the start weight, we should write 3 dot. I want to give width 3. And finally, we have an end weight. If I keep my cursor here, the end weight that we have is 36 column starting. Now I should write at 36. Then end weight. After the end weight, tell me how many columns I should write now. What the width I should write? 3. This is called formatted input method. In formatted input method, in the input statement, before each and every variable, we have to mention @ symbol and the starting column. And then the variable name. If it is a character variable $symbol, then you should write the width. How much width you want to read into that. Okay, this is called formatting. So when we have a aligned data, we can use now 3 methods. Either you can use a column input method, we can use second method of simple list method, or now we can use a formatted input method. Now execute the program. We have a weight club 1. Now can you see we got the data? Clear this one? But the advantage with the format input method is, by using format input method, we can also read non-standard data. I will let you know what you mean by non-standard data later. So, but the advantage with the formatted input method is we can read non-standard data. Understand this one, everybody?
Yes, sir.
This is called formatted input method. And then
Sir, could you please repeat once?
okay. This is the data. I want to create a data set. I'm getting data. I want to have a weight club. I'm getting input. I want to have ID number, name, dollar symbol, TM, dollar symbol, start weight, and end weight. Now, if I do the program, am I going to get the data? No. But I told you, if you have a I told you we can use the method because the data is data. And I also told you the second method of solution input method. But what do we do? And if you write which column you should write it. If you want to take ID number, if I take my consider the right side of the column, how many columns you should read into that variable? How many columns you read? 4. Because ID are in 4 columns. Starting column. If I keep my what is the starting column number for the name? 6. Now add 6. And one space. Now the longest name that we have an made it is 15 columns. Now we should have the same data. What should we do before the team? That we should write the number is 20. Sorry, at 20, we should specify 125. And the team that will also longest value 6. Again, for the starting and the starting column is 32. Yes. Now we read the name, and then how many columns we read? And before that, again specify column number and column number and 6. And then how many columns we read into that one? Now start. Understand this one? You give the data, but but the part we have to measure the bit. Get an error.
Sir, I also they can change it as special category.
Yes, it is not in the data. We have to specify what is the starting column number. The advantage is this formatted input method is we get non-standard data, and the advantage is, say for example, I want to have name variables first. I'm going to get 6 in name, but I'm going to specify here. So what has to do first? We will go to the column, and it will read first. And then it will go to the first column. It will read ID number. For example, if I specify at 25, team dollars is start. Now what will happen now if I click here? What will happen now? First it will go to one column. From the next column it will go to team first. Then it will go to second column. The next 15 columns will go to name. And then it will go to column. From the 4 columns will be number. Now I want to have individual first. I don't have this first one. I'm getting individual before the start date. So now tell me what are the order variables will get. First get the name, then the number, then the weight, then the start date. So that what we can understand from this one, we can read the in any order. Yes, this one.
Thank you.
Now this is my data. What's the specialty of this data?
Data is aligned.
Before the alignment manner, we have something special.
Within the data.
Variable name within the data. Yes,
Data.
Every time we have variable is equal to value. ID is equal to ID number, name is equal to name value, team is equal to team value, start weight is equal to start weight, and end weight is equal to end weight value. So in the data, we have along with the variable names, we have the data. If we have a data in this way, how we can read this data? If the data is in this manner, we're going to use a method called named input method. How we are going to use this named input method? I want to create data set weight club 3. I'm writing data weight club 3. Then I'm writing the input. You know what we should do in the input statement? In the input statement, when we write the variable name, every time you should write variable name is equal to. Now, SAS is going to look for that ID is equal to. Where we have the is equal to symbol, whatever the value that we have after is equal to symbol, now this value will come into in this variable. Now SAS exactly look for ID is equal to. We have ID is equal to here. Now whatever the value that we have after is equal to symbol, now this value will come into ID variable. Since in the data we have ID is equal to, you should only write ID is equal to. You cannot write ID number or employee ID or some other thing. Understand this one? Now, what is the next one we should write now? Name is equal to, since it's a character data, we should write a dollar sign. Then again, what we should do? Team is equal to, since it's a character data, dollar symbol. Then what we should write now? I should write start weight. Okay, you should only start weight is equal to, because in the data we have start weight is equal to. And then finally, what should I write now? I should write weight is equal to. Now keep a semicolon, then I'm writing the data lines. And by the way, you'll get it out. In the data, we have ID is equal to uppercase. Do we need to write uppercase? No, this is not data. This is data, this is data. So we can write the variable names in any case. It can be any case in the data. Now finally, I'm writing the run statement. Now select the program, execute it. Now we're going to have weight club 3, and this is how we have the data. But the problem with this, can you see how we have the name values? We didn't get the complete names. You see, we have only, by default, we have only 8 characters. So if you want to get the complete name, the longest name that we have in ASCII magnet, if you want to read the data, we have to mention 15. Now the length is going to be 15. We are going to have enough length, and yes, we are going to get the data. Clear this one, everybody?
Yes, sir. So can we use scan over here?
No. If you want, you can use scanner, but scanner is going to be any one variable, but I want to have all the variables, right? I have a better method, so I can go with this one. Because if you want to use scanner, you should write infile statement, data, then scanner, and you should write at the rate, and you need to write everything within the quotations.
Yes.
On the phone,
And the another advantage with this method is, now we can write variable names in any order. First of all, I want to have end weight is equal to, so first I'm writing end weight is equal to. Now if I write end weight is equal to, what SAS it will do? It will look for, search for end weight is equal to, here we have end weight is equal to, now, so whatever the value that we have, this value will come first. And then I want to have a start weight is equal to, I'm writing the start weight is equal to here. And then I want to have a team, I'm writing the team here. Tell me now what is going to happen if I do this program. First we'll get end weight, then start weight, then team, then we are going to have name. So that means we can write the variable names in any order.
Sir, how it's going in the backend, sir?
So just look for variable name is equal to, whatever the value that we have of the variable name is equal to, that value will come into that variable. Just
that name, sir.
Pardon?
And it gives the name and takes the value.
Yes. Whatever the value that we have of is equal to, it will take that value.
Okay.
So even embedded space is also considered, right?
Consider. See, in this name we have embedded space as well.
Yes.
You will get, since we specified the length 15 dot, you will get all the 15 characters.
So once repeat the first advantage of this method.
The advantage with this method is we can write the variable names in any order.
Okay, only one advantage.
Yes.
So sometimes we are going to have data like this, so we can use this data. Use this method.
When we have data like this one, then only we can use this method.
So what is this method name called?
Named input method. What do you mean by named input method? We mention the variable names is equal to, because in the data every time we are getting variable name is equal to value.
So here why we have not given the value for the team?
If you want, you can give. If I didn't specify by default what is the length it will take.
8.
If you think 6 is enough, you can do 6 dot. Now the variable name is length is going to be 6. Okay.
Okay.
By default we are going to have 8. Now see, when I write the $6 dot, now the length is going to be 6. Now this is my data. Pardon?
Sir, length tarvata dot ఉంది, dot పెడుతున్నాం కదా 6.3 dot అని, ఆ dot ఏం చేస్తారు?
The dot is going to tell you that is the length, that is the in format. We are going to discuss about in format, then I will tell you what is this, why we should write the dot.
Okay.
Okay. Now this is my data. What this data have this data?
It is not in
aligned or something else?
Name is again variables in data.
Variables in data. If you carefully observe, what is the specialty?
Variables are in different order.
In the first 3 observations, we have name value for name first, then team, start, end weight, and ID. In the last 3 observations, first we have ID, then name, team, start, weight. So that means we have every time variable name is equal to value, but we have in a different order. But whatever the order it might be, now we can write whatever the order you want to, we can write. Say for example, I want to have a team first, team is equal to dollar symbol. Somebody asked me why can't we write, so you can write 6 dot, because the longest value is yellow. And then I want to have end weight. I'm writing end weight is equal to, anyway, it's a numerical variable. Then I want to have a start weight is equal to. Then I want to have ID number is equal to. And then finally, I want to have name is equal to dollar symbol. I want to have 15. It doesn't matter what is the order of the data. You can write the variable names in any order. Okay. Now select the program, execute it. Yes, we have weight club. Can you see we have the data? And why I'm not getting ID number? The problem with ID number, we should not write ID number. What we should write?
ID.
Only ID. Because in the data we have ID. It looks for only ID is equal to. Okay. Here everybody, this is called named input method. Clear, everyone? Okay, then we'll see the remaining methods in tomorrow's class. In tomorrow's class, we are going to finish input statement.
Sir.
Okay. Yes.
So basically, you said that we are going to have in real time. We are going to have data in Excel format or like CSV. But we are more concentrating on this only input. I mean, in-stream data.
So we are not mainly concentrating on this. Is also one of the important topic we are discussing.
Sir, but basically we are going to have data from clients like in Excel format or CSV.
But you need to understand everything, right?
Is it
So
helpful in that one also?
Not so helpful. Not so helpful. I will tell you later that one, because in the real time, very rarest of rare cases only we get the in-stream data.
Okay. Yes, sir.
Okay. The worst possible case is Excel sheets or CSV files.
Yeah.
99% of the time you will get data as a data set, already created as data set. Okay. But why we are reading all this in-file statement, input statement? To understand this as an interview point of view, foundation point of view, very, very important.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir. I understand. Thank you.
Okay. Okay, guys. See you in tomorrow's class.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.